They said it, I switch. My watch is too pricey. My chain is on lit. My diamonds are icy. I'm skating on this. Skating like Gretzky back in the 80s. I'm running from 12, but that isn't Brady. But that doesn't faze me. I keep to myself if that's what it takes me. The day that you play me, it be the same day me and Jennifer Lopez announced. Yeah, having some twins, there's two in the bag. You want the fame, but you wouldn't last. The difference between me and you is you trash. I'm really 100, you're doing too bad. Look, if I'm at a 10 and you like a 2. If you was a 10, then I'd be 200 divided by 2. I'm too good at math. Look, they got me started, I'm back on my nigga shit. I thought about for practice, like I've been auditioning. Cut a off, but she started a bigger one. Cut it. They use when they open the business and cut the red ribbon with. I'm ignorant. Too many times I told these stop playing with me, go play with your kids.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer George. Oh, look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Embiid. George is out there with Yabusele. And it's the machine. And it's Maxey in at the point. And for the Jazz. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Filipowski in at the 5. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here's Yabusele. The shot comes out. Collins with some nice D. And Sexton has it in the corner. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
Here's Yabusele. 9 points last game. Passes it to the machine. Kicks it out to Maxey. Just 2 to shoot. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for Utah, fresh from a win against Portland.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Shoots from 8, and the rejection by Embiid.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's the machine, and they pick up 2.
22.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those 2 players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
And here's George for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 5 points so far.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Filipowski passes to Sexton. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nobody near George. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Here's Filipowski. He had 22 points in the win against Portland. Here's George. Some solid defense from Maxey.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Embiid inside. Filipowski grabs the board. For Utah, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Outside, Sexton. Sexton can't get that one to drop.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Jazz for just a minute. We talked about the game plan for Joel Embiid. He told me Embiid might be the hardest matchup in the league. We just have to try to make things difficult on him and make him work for every point. We'll see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. George against Maxey. And George kicks to Sexton. Takes the 13-footer. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton. He gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
Here's the machine. He had 13 points in the win against Boston. Pass to Yabusele. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Collins. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this quarter.
For the 76ers.
That one is off. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Quentin Grimes in for Paul George. Pass to Filipowski. In the corner, it's Clarkson. A miss that time would have put him up. The 76ers lead to the paint. Here's Yabusele. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. The 76ers leading by 3. And here is Drummond. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. The pass to the machine. Outside, Maxey. Over Collier. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Filipowski passes to Collins. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
76ers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. Both free throws good from the machine. Jazz trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Jazz call time here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like this has become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Substitution on the court.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Paul George is out there with Embiid. Then it's the machine. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the small forward position. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Shams, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Sexton. Maxey passes to Grimes. Here's the machine. He's covered by Clarkson. Some solid defense from Clarkson. Tries it from 9, and he nails the jumper.
Jordan Clarkson showing the ability to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
The 76ers leading by 7 from deep. Hands it from downtown. Maxey's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Collins, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Maxey. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Ball's knocked loose, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And Utah has possession. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The machine in the last game against the Celtics gave his team an edge. He scored 13 points, and he was all over the glass in that one, with a season high in rebounds. He didn't let the losing streak get to him. In fact, he used it as motivation to get the W and break that streak. Kevin?
All right, David. Great. We'll see if tonight follows suit. I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
I think he'll be ready. He's in a groove. The confidence is insane. Boy, it's a good place to be.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
That one good for 2.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Clarkson outside. Another miss by Utah. The 76ers leading by 12. Maxey looking it over. Again, Philadelphia.
Maxey.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. And the Jazz call time here. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And the 76ers making a change here. Yabusele's checked in. George with the ball. He had 10 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. With the shot. Another miss by Utah. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's the machine. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 5 to shoot. Maxey kicks to Yabusele. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Markkanen can't get it to go. Here's Philadelphia. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Clarkson against George. The machine. Offensive rebound. And Embiid is right there.
Embiid.
And the 76ers lead by 19.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Clarkson passes to Collins. Dishes it to George. Clarkson against George. Shots good by Clarkson.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's handle has improved, and that allows that kind of move to happen.
To the middle, here's the machine. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Outside, Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Yabusele passes to the machine. Nice D from Sexton.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Outside, Collins. Down low. And he finishes nicely on the way. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Dominating first half of basketball.
That's the end of the first half. The Jazz, 35. The 76ers, 51.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. And it's Filipowski in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group right now for Utah.
For the Jazz, Filipowski taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
A floater, and it's laid in by Maxey. Maxey's got 16.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Markkanen down low, defended by George. Philadelphia leading by 17. Maxey on the wing. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
Now, here's Sexton. 18 points for him. George with the defensive effort. Maxey in the corner. Outside, George. He dishes it to Embiid. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sexton the pass to Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
Here's the machine, defended by Sexton. George passes to Yabusele. From outside the arc, Philadelphia with a new shot clock, and Embiid throws it down.
It just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
And it's Sexton penetrating. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
Markkanen passes to Filipowski.
That's just great recognition from your big man, right? Markkanen is going to find the open teammate and put it on time and on target. I love this guy's passing skills.
Passes it to the machine. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Bona. 76ers moving the ball around. It's good.
22.
6 points for the machine.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And George, here we go. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Pass to Collier. Back to George. Clarkson outside. Collins up top. The fader hits it from three-point range. Collins has got 5 points now this quarter.
John Collins is excellent from deep. Remember, this guy shot 40% for a season in his history.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, they jump.
Substitution on the court.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Embiid. Then it's the machine. And it's Maxey in at point guard.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Good on both. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Back to George. 6 to shoot. Over Maxey. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Sensabaugh to stop the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second
And the
personal
league
foul
clearly focused
for
on
team
making
foul.
regular season games matter.
After line
You
for the
think
Jazz,
more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
22.
The Jazz making a switch here. Juzang's checked in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Lobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
John Collins has a tremendous vertical showing off right there.
Sexton against Maxey. Over Sexton. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come. It is definitely getting younger. See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Sexton against Maxey. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Maxey's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Embiid. Utah with the rebound. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Sexton from down in the low post. It goes. Sexton's got 21.
Colin Sexton percolating right now. They just are letting him go absolutely off.
Yabusele passes to the machine. Now the pass to Yabusele. Outside, Maxey. And the jumper falls for him. Maxey's got 10 points in just the second half. The Jazz have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Here's Sexton, the 3-ball. Juzang, good.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
The machine, that's good.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. Out to the wing. Passes it to the machine. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. So what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Juzang passes to Sexton. Lobbed up there for Collins.
John Collins, one of those guys who recognizes the moments he's got a hot hand. His teammates doing a good job finding him.
Pass to Bona. Inside, here's the machine. Utah with the
2
rebound.
minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Down for 2.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And Drummond kicks to Oubre. Here's the machine. 3-pointer on the way. sinks the three-pointer.
22.
The Machine's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pass to Collins. This one for 3. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Maxey.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
The pass to the Machine. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Finishing strong. This is how you... want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Sexton against Maxey. Pass to Juzak. They need this. Not going to go that time. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Too many times I told these stop playing with me, go play with your kids. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I'm way too busy to hate on a bank account, look like she banking on tips. I came up from nothing, was laying on and sleeping in bundles and paying no rent. Everyone loves you and fame don't exist. When I made $1 million, they said it, I switched. My watch is too pricey, my chain is on lit. My diamonds are icy, I'm skating on this. Skating like Gretzky back in the 80s. I'm running from 12, but that isn't Brady. But that doesn't faze me, I keep to myself, but that's what it takes me. The day that you play me, it be the same day me and Jennifer Lopez announced. Yeah, having some twins, there's 2 in the bag. You want the fame, but you wouldn't last. The difference between me and you is you trash. I'm really 100, you're doing too bad. Look, if I'm at a 10, then you like a 2. If you was a 10, then I'd be 200 divided by 2. I'm too good at math. Look, they got me started, I'm back on my and shit. I thought about it for practice, like I've been auditioning. Cut it off when she started a bigger one. Cut it. They use when they open the business and cut the red ribbon with. I'm ignorant. Too many times.